Goran Dragic, starting to remind me of a dude who just can't get over his ex. And by not being able to get over his ex, he then develops this weird obsession of trying to be back in that person's life, and that person has moved on. And in this case, the Miami Heat have moved on, and Goran Dragic is still trying to do whatever he can to be a part of the Heat's life. That ship has sailed. Move on, bro. It's either the Heat or the Mavericks. He wants one of these two teams to welcome him in again. And as a result, this has caused one weird situation in Toronto, a situation that is not getting any better. You look at Dragic, he did step away from the Raptors to manage a personal issue, and this was late in November. But it's weird because since then, he hasn't been working on himself. He hasn't been nowhere to be seen. He's actually been in the spotlight a handful of times, and we have seen him work out in Miami, attend Heat games like we did in that photo that caught a lot of attention last night when the Heat were taking on the Clippers, and he's been to Mavericks games as well. So for somebody who is trying to manage personal issues, and then they are publicly going out there and just going to watch other teams play while he's currently still with the Raptors, it's just not a good look. It simply is not. I get he does not want to be here, and I get he wants to go support his old team, and there's a connection with him and the Mavericks with Luka Doncic, but he is still a member of the Raptors. It is not a professional way to go about it, and something's got to happen for this to be resolved, because the Raptors just look like the joke here of having a player who is on your team do everything they can to not be a part of the team. Now, this is what it's going to come down to. The Raptors trading or trying to find a trade for Goran Dragic, and the tough part about that is he is on a very steep tagline, $19.4 million. He's under contract for the season, and assuming the Raptors want to stay under the luxury tax, Toronto isn't going to want to trade for anyone making more than that number. But the silver lining is it is an expiring deal, and that could help the Raptors get rid of him in a trade to a team that is fully aware that they are going to have Dragic off their books come the offseason. So this is going to result in the Raptors trying to find a deal for Goran Dragic. I've done many videos on this. I've speculated a ton. Which team is going to save the Raptors from this Goran Dragic misery? Which team is going to take him off the Raptors' hands and in essence give the Raptors some value and give them some players who will be under contract going into next season? Well, this is where the speculation continues, and we play all these hypothetical games and try to mix and match and see what would work here. And one option that was actually pinpointed by John Hollinger, to flip Dragic to the Dallas Mavericks, a team that I think Dragic secretly wants to play for if it's not going to be Miami. I mean, Miami's not going to take Dragic back. I think that's dead. So Miami, I don't think is going to be in the equation. The Mavericks are. And if that's the team that is going to take on Dragic, what could they give up? Well, like Hollinger points out, Dragic for Trey Burke and Dwight Powell, allowing Dallas to free up extra money to re-sign Jalen Brunson and Dorian Finney-Smith. That could be a possibility. Toronto will get two players under contract through next season, and in Hollinger's proposal, a protected first-round pick for doing business. That would be pretty sweet. Another option could be in the New York Knicks. Why? Because the New York Knicks love to take on everybody else's trash. This is where the Knicks are reportedly looking to move on from some of their veteran pieces. This is per ESPN's Brian Windhorst. Alec Burks is a name that could work. So the Knicks could be a dark horse in all of this, but a trade will be the Raptors' number one priority to try to get something back for Goran Dragic. I think that's why they have waited this thing out, and the trade deadline is fast approaching. So, yeah, time's ticking. They need to get something done soon. And then if nothing works out from a trade perspective, and if all else fails, there's this option, and it's not a very good option. Before we talk about that option, I do want to quickly announce that today's video sponsor is Manscaped. Guys, if you want any one of Manscaped's great products, all you got to do is go to manscaped.com, use my promo code LUCA3, and you will get 20% off plus free shipping. You got the Performance Package 4.0. They got other great products like the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. They got a cool travel bag that comes for free to store all your goodies. And Manscaped, they got you covered, gentlemen, especially when you're trying to get lucky with Valentine's Day around the corner. make sure you're prepared for that moment by going to manscaped.com. Use my promo code Luca3 for 20% off plus free shipping and get one of their great products. I've been using Manscaped. It's never disappointed me. And yeah, it enhances your below the waist performance, if you know what I mean. Go to manscaped.com, promo code Luca3 for 20% off plus free shipping. Your balls will thank you. It's the buyout option. It's the dreaded buyout option. This is if everything hits the fan and the Raptors simply cannot get a deal done. And honestly, at this point, it's looking like the likeliest option where the Raptors just simply buy out Goran Dragic. Now, it would be a sour taste in Raptors fans' mouth because, of course, the Raptors traded Kyle Lowry to get a package back of Achua, who obviously still has a lot of potential, and Goran Dragic. And if they just simply let Dragic lose, then it was basically Lowry for Achua, which in essence is still better than losing Lowry for nothing. But a buyout still seems like the most likely situation for Dragic, but there's a reason the Raptors haven't cut bait just yet. They've been waiting to see what his contract can net them at the trade deadline. His contract situation can help Toronto land something valuable for the future. There could be teams that look at this expiring contract and see that as value. So all is not dead in terms of trying to trade Goran Dragic. But all I'm going to say is this to conclude. Get this man out of Toronto. It never started well. When you talk about rough tenures in Toronto Raptors history, this is going to be up there. You go back to how it started, where Dragic basically said, I don't want to play for the Raptors. Then he apologized. Okay, we're like, maybe this can work. He still has some value. He had some decent seasons in Miami. Maybe he can be a good part of the bench. Well, he fooled me because I thought Dragic was going to be a big part of this bench. Then the season goes on. He doesn't get any playing time. Then he takes a personal absence. And the next time we see this dude, it's not with the team. It's in Miami. It's watching Heat games. It's not with the Raptors. So this has just been one giant FU to the Raptors and to Raptors fans. This whole tenure in Toronto, it's been a horrible one. So as fast as the Raptors can move on for Dragic, it'll just take away all of this negativity that surrounds what's going on right now. And yeah, let's part ways with the bad vibes. Let's bring on the good vibes. He doesn't want to be here, and it's only a matter of time until the Raptors resolve this issue via trade or via the buyout. So yeah, I know a lot of you were looking at that photo that was on social media of Dragic at the Heat game, courtside, or he had pretty good seats. And you're just looking at it like, wow, I can't believe this guy. I know the Raptors do play Miami tonight, so that could be a reason why he did want to watch the Heat game. But Dragic isn't even with the Raptors team. He's not going to be with the team tonight. We're not going to see him. So this dude really did this the night before his team, the Raptors, had to take on the Miami Heat. Just not a good look. And yeah, hopefully this thing gets worked out sooner rather than later. Let me know what your reaction is to this whole situation revolving the Raptors and Goran Dragic. Please drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 26K. Blow this one up. Ring the bell. Leave your comments down below. And that is it. This is Luca Rosano signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.